be scared of snakes? You can be honest. Perfect. So I know exactly where to bring my big snake at the end. Thank you very much. I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do that to you guys. That'd be so mean. But hopefully at the end of the presentation, reptiles and snakes, hopefully are a little less scary, a little less weird for you guys. We're going to start you off nice and slow. Think of the slowest reptile you guys can. His name is his body. So let's bring out our friend Tank and see what kind of animal he is. Now Tank here is called a tortoise. If you're thinking turtle, you're not wrong. All tortoises are types of turtles, but not all turtles are tortoises. So calling him a turtle is right. Calling a sea turtle a tortoise would be wrong. And Hank here is a pretty big boy already. He is called an African spur-thigh tortoise or a sulcata tortoise. They've got two names. And he is the third largest species of tortoise in the world. Now he is nowhere near full grown. This guy's only about 50-60 pounds so far. When he is full grown, he'll be about the size of your coffee table and can weigh over 200 pounds. So these guys get very, very big. They are native to the western coast of Africa. And he's got that nice big hard shell I was talking about. Goes all the way around his body. So if my buddy Tank ever gets scared, he's going to pull his feet and his head into that shell and he's going to hide. But do you guys think he can take his shell off? Can he ever crawl out of his shell? What do you think? No. Turtles and tortoises are never able to take those shells off. They're part of their body. They grow as they grow, and his bones are actually attached. So his spine and his ribs are a part of that shell, which means he can't take it off any more than you guys can take your arms and legs off if you wanted to. And he can actually feel through his shell the same way we can feel through our fingernails. Now his shell is a lot thicker, but it's made out of the same material, made out of keratin. So it's always good to be nice and gentle to turtle and tortoise's shells. Now my buddy Tank here is a vegetarian. He loves to eat lots of leafy greens and veggies, so he's a great little lawnmower. He'll take care of all the nice big weeds and tall grasses for you. Some people do have these animals as pets, usually if you're living in a more tropical area, because they can live full-time outside. But sometimes if you bring them into your house, they can cause a little bit of damage. I have seen these tortoises be able to push through drywall, which means they can go through an entire wall of your house. So they are very strong animals. Should we wave bye to my buddy Tank and we'll grab our next friend? Bye, Tank. And he's actually a fairly new lizard at our zoo. We met him just a couple weeks ago. And Ketchup is a very, very interesting lizard. I don't know if you guys have seen these kinds before, but we'll see if maybe he looks a little bit familiar to you guys. So we'll bring out my friend Ketchup, and we can see what kind of animal he is. Now, he's very similar to my buddy Tank in that he loves to eat veggies, but he also eats a lot of meat as well. So just like humans, these guys are called omnivores, and they eat a whole bunch of different foods. They're opportunistic omnivores, more specific diet. Now, my buddy Ketchup is called a red tegu. Tegus are their own family of lizards, but they are very closely related to monitor lizards. So think of the Komodo dragon. And my buddy Ketchup has a couple very similar things that he'll do just like a Komodo. So you'll notice he's got that long pink tongue that he's flicking in and out of his mouth. So he's actually using that tongue to smell all of you guys here today. So he's sticking his tongue out to grab all the scents out of the air, bringing it into his mouth, and that's how he sniffs you guys. And he's sniffing you to see if you smell like a predator, something that's going to eat him, if you smell like prey, something he can eat, or if you guys just smell like stinky human. What do you think you smell like? Yeah, stinky human, exactly. Ketchup has been born and raised around people, so he knows exactly what we smell like. So he's just sniffing to make sure, okay, everything's nice and cool. These people aren't going to hurt me or to bother me. Now, Ketchup has very long fingers and toes and some nice sharp nails, because when these guys are young, they are going to be climbing a little bit more often than when they're adults. He's got that nice long tail, helps him to balance while they're climbing, and he also has these big cheeks that you guys can see. Now, those big cheeks are called jowls, and that is a good indication that my buddy Ketchup is a boy. So the bigger the cheeks, the better the males are at finding a girlfriend. So they're hoping if they're nice and chunky, they're going to look really lovely for their lady friends. Now, should we wave bye? So when my friend Wallace comes out, hopefully she looks really, really familiar. You guys might have seen these animals around before. Not around Canada, but maybe while you're out on vacation in some warmer tropical countries. And I'm going to see if you guys can figure out what animal she is. So when she comes around the corner, I'll get you guys. Wallace. Oh, an alligator from these two ends. That is a great guess. I will give you guys a hint though. She is not an alligator. So let's try again. What is she? Crocodile. She's not an alligator. She must be a crocodile, right? One more hint. She is not a crocodile. Oh, Cayman. I heard it from both directions. Who said caiman. Now, caimans are part of the crocodilian family. So in that family, you've got crocs, gators, caimans, and gharials, which are a very cool species in India with long, skinny snouts. And caimans are like the little cousins to crocs and gators. My buddy Wallace is the smallest species of caiman in the world. So at full grown, these guys don't get longer than about 5 feet long, which is a lot teenier than the 20-foot saltwater crocodile. Now, she is native to Central and South America, so you can find these caimans in and around the Amazon. And she is a very good little swimmer. She likes to spend a good half of her life in the water, and she's got a couple really cool adaptations that help her to do that. So she's got some webbing on her feet, but even more importantly than that, she has that long, powerful tail. And that tail is chock full of muscles to help propel her through the water and can even help her jump straight up out of the water as well, if she wants to catch any food hanging above the river. She also has 2 sets of eyelids. So the first set will go up and down just like yours, so she can close her eyes when she wants to have a nap. But the second set go from side to side and are actually clear. So when she's swimming through the murky, dirty waters out in the wild, she's going to shut those clear eyelids, and she has built-in goggles, which is super useful if you're doing most of your hunting from the water. Now, being a Cuvier's dwarf caiman and the smallest in the world, there are many animals that would like to eat my friend Wallace for lunch, including bigger caimans and even large snakes like the green anaconda. So she's actually born with some built-in armor, just like her tortoise friend, but made out of slightly different material. She's got something called snake. I did promise you a nice big snake, didn't I? All right. Now, keep in mind when this girl comes around the corner, she is a very large snake, but she is nowhere near full grown. Her name is Gypsy, and sometimes she gets a little bit shy to come out and say hi because she knows not everybody likes snakes. So can you guys do me a really big favor so that she feels really nice and welcome? When she comes around the corner, can everybody say super, super loud, "Hi, Gypsy," and make her feel great? Can you guys do that for me? Yeah? All right, so remember, super, super loud to make her feel fantastic. Let's see if my friend Gypsy wants to come out and say hi to everybody today. Sometimes it takes her a second because she does get a little bit nervous. She doesn't want anybody to boo her, to get upset that she's coming around the corner. So let's see if she wants to come out and say hi. Gypsy girl, are you ready? Do you want to come meet everybody here today? Where is she? There she is. All right, you guys ready? Yeah. Everybody say hi, Gypsy. Hi. That was so good, but I think you guys can do even better. Hi, Gypsy. Hi, Gypsy. Her head like we do, but she does have internal ears, which means she can sense vibration, so she knows when an animal is getting just a little bit too close. Now, my friend Gypsy is a type of python. Now, pythons are a whole family of snakes, which means there are many different species of python all around the world, different sizes, different colors. She is called a reticulated python, and this species of snake holds the record for the longest on our planet. Now, they're not the heaviest snake. That record is held by the green anaconda. Female green anacondas can get about 18 feet long, but they weigh over 5. These snakes anywhere near Canada. You're never going to see them here while you're going for a hike or a walk in the woods. She is native to Southeast Asia. So you'll find these snakes in the rainforests of Borneo, Indonesia, Thailand, and they're pretty good little climbers. You can see she's holding onto my friend Abby really, really well. Now, Gypsy is a constrictor, which means she grabs onto her food, she gives it a big squeeze or a big hug before she swallows it whole. Do you guys think she's trying to constrict Abby? Do you think she's trying to hurt her today? What do you think? No, she's holding on to Abby like she's a nice big warm tree. But Gypsy does have many, many muscles in her body. She's got between 10 and 15,000 muscles. Wow. So she's a super strong animal, which is one reason we don't have her wrapped around our necks. Because if she's around Abby's neck and Abby's moving around talking to you guys, and Gypsy feels like she's going to fall, what do you think she's going to do? Yeah, she's going to squeeze, right? She's going to hold on tight. She doesn't want to fall. That's going to hurt. And we have a lot of important stuff in our necks. So we don't want her accidentally squeezing a bit too tight. She's not going to do it on purpose. She's a very nice snake, but she is strong enough she can do it by accident. So by respecting her and respecting that strength, we keep ourselves safe and our snake friends safe as well. Now you'll notice she smells in the same way our tegu does. She uses that tongue to flick in and out. And I'm going to ask you guys again, do you think you smell like food to this animal now? Well, sometimes I get a bit of a mixed reaction, but everybody's like, nope, confident, we don't smell like food to the giant snake. And you're right. We are very lucky. We are not smelling like food that these guys eat on a normal basis. Humans are fairly clean, right? We all take showers and baths, hopefully pretty regularly, which means we are not going to smell as stinky and gross as the rats that my friend Gypsy loves to eat. Very few people have ever been swallowed by snakes. You are much more likely to get crushed by a vending machine getting a snack than you ever are to be swallowed by a snake. And we're not scared of our snack machines, right? That means we also don't have to be scared of these beautiful, misunderstood animals. Now, thank you guys so much for joining us here today and for learning about our reptile friends. Hopefully we all learned something new. Reptiles are very important to our planet and our ecosystems. And by learning about them, we make them less scary. And hopefully we want to conserve them and help them just like we do our cute and fluffy animals we love so much. So thank you guys again and enjoy your day at African Lion Safari. We're going to hang out with our friend Gypsy for a little while here if you want to get a closer look or if you have any questions. We are a family of snakes, which means there are many different species of python all around the world, different sizes, different colors. She is called a reticulated python, and this species of snake holds the... Oh, what did you notice? Probably. They do that a lot. Do they? Kind of all the time, especially if they're kept in warm environments all year round. So it does depend on the time. Are you going to be on the ground or am I going to... Our redfoots back at our zoo mate calls. Do you have a foot? And they make noises usually. So if you heard like a... I know most answers. Noise, and that's probably exactly... 2 males. Oh, then they shouldn't be mating with each other normally. I mean, sometimes they will. Like Big Papa or one tortoise will kind of get on top of anything that's close. They do. So it's entirely possible they do. I'd be more worried about them fighting with each other, but as long as they're okay, then you should be good to go. The snake? So for snakes, it's a lot harder to tell. You have to do something called probing, where you take a metal rod and...
That's a boa, right?
So that vent, you can see how it gets really skinny really quickly. That's how you can tell that's her tail. That vent is a one-all opening. So her reproductive organs are in there. She goes to the bathroom from there, lays eggs from there, the whole shebang.
Wow. No, is her waist like birds? Like it's just one piece? Does she have solid?
So they don't pee like we would. It's not